Loudly.
Things.
Welcome to the Talkin Trash Addiction Recovery Podcast. We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 6 o'clock news at 10:45. I'm your anchor, Chunky Monkey, coming to you live from the Snot Springs Waffle House and ShamWow Emporium. Today's top story: Bigfoot is sometimes confused with Sasquatch. Yeti never complains. Yeti never complains.
I do, actually.
Good evening, Talkin Trashers. Welcome to episode 223. Special treat tonight is just us four knuckleheads. So we're going to just sit around the table and give you listeners a chance to get to know us and talk about what the podcast is really about.
Yeah.
Yeah, now to a man who quit his job at the door factory because he just couldn't get a handle on it. Jimmy Snutter!
That's hearsay. That's not actually what happened. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Trash, episode 223. All four of us, hot mics, all live. Brad's behind a Brad's in a Peterbilt. Will is in a Peter just for Bill. It just kind of happened. I didn't really plan for it. It just came out, you know. Welcome to the show.
Oh dear.
I guess that's where the saying comes in. Funky monkey.
There it is. There it is. Welcome to the program, everyone. We love you and we're grateful for you. Let's do our preamble so we can get into it.
Recover out loud.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
There we go. What? That's right. That's right.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
All right, let's go around and meet the team.
Most of my days,
Talkin
chilling out,
Trash.
maxing, relaxing, all cool and all
I
shooting.
clicked on the wrong thing, so I'm just gonna not click on it and move forward amicably. Here we go. I figured it out. All right. Let's meet our squadron here on Talking the Trashes. My boys are all. It's just us tonight. Bradley. He's our director of cursing words out of his mouth. He's on the road. He is dedicated. He wasn't going to miss this thing. He's logging on and logging off as we speak. And now he's back. Brad, welcome to the program. Brad's coming up on 3 years clean and sober. We love him. He's he's our anchor around here. Jimmy Leibel, he is the guy that talks to everybody and sets up guests and all that stuff. We are very grateful for him because I would destroy that job because I'm not good at people very much. But we love Jimmy. He is. We're gonna have a little fun with him here in a minute. Jimmy. Well,
Good
Willie
guy,
being the
great
place
guy.
to be, right? Will's 44 years of age. He is from Saskatchewan as well.
We sent him back.
Will is in Georgia with me. He's 43 years old. He's coming up on 3 years clean. We're very proud of him. We're very grateful for him. And I'm the guy that makes the show. And that's it. That's the 4 guys of the trash.
You know what Willie does?
What does Willie do?
He's bringing sexy back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That he does.
Putting it back where?
Yeah, where's it going?
In the back.
And Peter built.
So this is fun. Bradley's in his truck. 4 guys checking in, trying to stay sober. How's everybody doing out there in Trashland?
We ain't trying to be doing.
We're doing.
Word.
We be doing the sober clean shit, baby.
Anybody get anything in my hit?
I got a question for Brad.
Go on.
Do you have a bathroom in that little unit of yours?
No, but
Not a
every
Gatorade
time,
bottle.
I got a gift for
Something
you.
looks like this, maybe a gallon.
But I'll tell you, when I am on the road, Jimmy, I know this sounds weird, but it's not weird. I always plan my trip around the co-op card locks that have a shower and a shitter.
Attaboy.
Good. You gotta love the co-op.
Our guy Caden Meston checking in says he loves his jersey. Caden,
Oh yeah, boy.
We love that you love it. There
He's
he is.
bringing sexy back too.
Oh yeah.
We love it. We're a team around here, and you know, man,
I'm curious, Jimmy, about this gift now.
Well, you'll have to wait.
Is this something I can shit in?
You'll have to hold it.
it's something I get shit in.
It is.
Mark Condon celebrated 5 years sober on July 14th. That would be yesterday. Is there a reason we didn't set the internet?
Yeah, yesterday.
Mark, I would have set the internet on fire if I had known. But that's awesome. Wow.
We still can.
Yep.
Way to go, Mark. Sing happy birthday to him. That's amazing. Yeah, I didn't know he was like right there.
So I've known Mark for, so I'm 47. He's probably about 48 or 49. So him and I went to school together when we were just little youngins. So I've known him for a lot of years. And Mark, we finally just reconnected. And congratulations to you, buddy. 5 years and kicking ass. Keep up the good work,
100%.
buddy.
Good job, buddy.
Right off the bat, he's one of our new people. I love to see that shit. That's fucking awesome. All right, let's do our daily reflections and get into her. Jimmy, what is daily reflection?
Daily Reflections is an AA-driven enterprise of some sort. It's not ours, but we like you long time. Let's read Daily Reflapjacks here on the Talkin' Trash Pod Flaps.
Brad is ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous back there.
I can just imagine what he's doing in the cabin of his Peter built.
It's funny. I wonder if I can record him only one of these days. All right, Daily Reflapjack. Jimmy, what are we looking at here?
All right, day for July the 15th. Pride in Daily Reflapjacks is brought to you by Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. All right. For thousands of years, we have been demanding more of our share of security, prestige, and romance. When it seemed to be succeeding, we drank to dream still greater dreams. When we were frustrated, even in part, we drank for oblivion. Oblivion. Never was there enough of what we thought we wanted. All these strivings, so many of them well-intended, our crippling handicap had been our lack of humility. We had lacked the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values had to come first, and that spiritual satisfactions were not the purpose of living. From the old 12 and 12, page 71. Time and time again, I approached the 7th step, only to fall back and regroup. Something was missing, and the impact of the step escaped me. What had I overlooked? A simple word? Read but ignored, the foundation of all the steps. Indeed, the entire Alcoholics Anonymous program. That word is humbly. I understand my shortcomings. I constantly put tasks off. I angered easily. I felt too Hulk mad, Hulk drink. I felt too much self-pity and thought, why me? And when I remembered, pride goeth before the fall. And I eliminated pride from my life. There you go, kids. A rough rectum.
Not gay pride, self-pride.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I didn't read that. I'm reading off a script, man.
Will, what are you? Will, what is this? How do you Will say stuff? Go.
Well,
I didn't hear
they say it was never enough. Whatever. I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
I would just jump from one. If it wasn't enough and I ran out, I would just jump onto something else.
I know. I would say the same thing. Too many 1,000 never enough. I've had 1,000 and that wasn't enough either. So,
so we have a plethora.
A plethora. Yeah. Way to go, Mark.
A plethora.
5 years. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Hi, Janny.
Hi, Sissy.
And yeah, like it's your boy Sean at Skating's mom. Get the gallon bucket toilet seat on. I know. It's all right. You know what it is? It's sober living life, and it refines you. You come out either don't come out the other side, or you come out the other side refined. That's up to you. What are you guys up to? What are you guys thinking about tonight?
I was just thinking about having a nap, man.
Oh, yeah, hey, man.
I wanted to touch on
napping.
You can. You know what? Watch this, everybody. Ready? Everybody.
I always wanted to do that. See, this is like my dream right here. I could do that, Jimmy.
You need a nice Costco pillow. That's what you need.
But I wanted to touch on daily reflections because Will was kind of saying what I was thinking of the same type of thing. Like, so when I first started, Will, you always blow my mind, baby. But especially, I'm gonna say for first-time users and addicts and all that thing. Like, so when I first started using and drinking, I was trying to fill that void of some sort. And I felt when I first started using, it was actually working, is how I felt. Do you know what I mean? And as time went on, I just couldn't get enough, and I had to keep drinking more, and I had to do more drugs, and you know what I mean? And then I caught myself going the other way, getting angry because I didn't have enough, or always scheming to figure out how I was going to get my next fix. So early in my addiction, I was enjoying it. I know that sounds really stupid, but I did have some fun. Exactly, I had some fun times. But it got out of control and it took over my life. So it was never enough. No matter what I had in my pocket, no matter what I had in the fridge, it never filled the gap. And I don't know, that when Jimmy read that, that's kind of how I thought when I reflected back on my active addiction. So
you should be in the truck every time we do the podcast because you're like dialed in here. I love it.
You got Wi-Fi on there?
I feel the same way. Hey.
5G or 3G or 4G. I don't know, some kind of G.
Will, it's funny when I think you and I have seen so many people get taken out just in the recovery circuit through pride. I got this. They stop taking ownership of being an addict. They start to hide that part of it and separate two different things that aren't supposed to separate. Me and Will have seen it. And it's like it's almost like those guys are going to do what those guys are going to do until they either figure it out or don't. But like, Will, do you see it like that too? Like people early in recovery?
I mean, you can always tell, but I mean, like, it's amazing what being too prideful, how much you can lose from that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can take away everything.
It's so hard to get all this shit, so easy to lose it with just a prideful, stupid decision. For me, pride is not having perspective. That's if you don't, but we don't see this shit when we're in it. We have to get out the other side and look back and be like, holy shit, that's where I went wrong. And
I like what Jimmy says, and Jimmy said this quite a bit, and it's so true. Like when I was in recovery, like recovery center, and seeing different people and all that type of things, like you'd see so many people already making excuses for when it's going to happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, well, what if
reservations?
No.
Reservations.
But those are people, and I hate saying that. I'm not saying that, but because you have to be ready when it comes to your addiction and your recovery. So you can have 90,000 people telling you what you got to do. You know, you got to do this. It gets over. But if you're not fucking ready, there's one, Jim. If you're not ready, if you're not ready for yourself, it'll never work, right?
Yeah.
And so pride and ego, I think, is a huge one for people because people get embarrassed about maybe their recovery or things that they did. But you know what would be? This is how I look at my recovery. You know, it would be way more embarrassing if Brad was still a shit show. That would be 20 times more embarrassing.
Well, I mean, than
aren't you? I am, but
an organized shit
but
show.
You know what? You should have seen me before, Willie. Let me tell you, right? So my point of that is that it's worth going into recovery for, and it's worth getting sober for. So if you don't ever let that embarrassment stuff hold you back, because guess what? Every one of us have it. But it'd be more embarrassing if I kept doing drugs and alcohol and, you know, being a terrible husband and a terrible father and blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. So
yes, it would. Yep. Mark Condon wrote a paragraph here. He put, it's absolutely ridiculous how I tried to create a false narrative and person with drugs and alcohol to try to make others happy, right? I thought I had to put on this false face. The funny thing is I still am funny and outgoing sober, but now you remember it. And I'll bet you weren't that funny when you were using either. You just thought you were, or it felt like you were. And that's why we kept doing what we did. But that's an empty, it's crazy. Yeah. And he's talking about creating a false narrative and with drugs and alcohol to make not himself happy, other people happy. I mean, we got to get this guy in the mix here. He sounds like a nightmare.
Come on the show, Mark. Come on the show.
Absolutely, he's in good company. I know exactly what he's referring to. Rob Bargo, hey buddy. You know, I had a dream last night, and I swear on my life, it took a week. I woke up and a week had passed. I'm not going to do it. I just lost a lot of time. And I never knew I could do that sober. And apparently I can. Just disorientation. Jimmy, would you, like when we talk about humility and daily reflections here and pride, like it's, you would think as addicts coming in early recovery, the pride thing would come down. But that's when it goes up. And it's.
Well, yeah, because you think, hey, you know better than everybody else. Like, when I first walked into or stumbled into Prairie Sky, it's like, I know more than you guys, and I don't believe I have a problem. I didn't want any help, and I wanted things to go my way, and just that surrendering and feeling sorry for myself because everybody wasn't treated the way I think I should be treated. Oh, poor baby, oh, where? And it was just giving up, like truly begin to, when I stopped focusing on what I wanted and started humbly accepting help. That was a big, because first thing my sponsor said, God rest his soul, was, kid, you got to be humble. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, like, just give it up. Like, you're not king shit at Turd Island, old expression. And I'm not running the show. So just ask for the help. But I still do.
Yeah,
constantly.
Absolutely. And it keeps it green, and like you know, we're all following each other's journeys. Not this journey with Brad. Just
Brad, what the hell is he doing?
He's muted. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm trying to get better service, so I jumped out from the bunk right up to the steering wheel here.
Please don't hurt yourself. Oh my God.
You gotta get on top.
What? Get down on it.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. We have a lot of recovery centers tonight. My boy Jeff. I won't even get into it. Just we got a lot of recovery centers. Let's read those off. Brad,
Bradley.
if you can see, if not, hold on.
I'll try my best.
It's several pages, 3 pages long. So you.
My Lord. Go.
Okay, welcome to the party, everybody. So we have Supreme Detox and Recovery, Liftoff Recovery, the Haven Recovery, Northern Illinois Recovery Center, Serenity Treatment Centers, Discovery Rehab, New Hope Rehab, Sunrise Detox, Paramount Wellness Buffalo, Lakewood Oxford House, Surfside Sober Living, Paradise Sands Recovery Center, Hope Restored Recovery, the Haven Detox. Yes, welcome for sure.
Yep.
For sure, man. Horizons Recovery Center, Maryville Rehabilitation, PSR, Prairie Sky Recovery, and Victory Homes. Exactly. Welcome, everybody. We love having you.
Guys. We do love having you. A few new ones in there. Been thinking on it. Would love to share one day. I'm not sure as much. Listen, Mark, the fact that you're not sure if your story would be inspiring or not is the reason you should tell it.
Too late. It already is.
Yeah, you're beat. You're beat. All right.
Yep.
So, Jimmy, we love Jimmy, right? He's the best. I came across this, and then I put something together. A couple of minutes. You want to smoke if you want to smoke a cigarette, that would be the time. But
I'm
your anchor, and so low it touches the ground. Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 News at 9. I'm your anchor, Joe Mama. A dog can bark up to 500 times a day, but that's just a rough estimate. Good evening, Trashers. Welcome to today's top story. A mummy covered in chocolate and nuts has been discovered in Egypt. Archaeologists believe that it may be the first Pharaoh Roger. Welcome to episode 141, Trashers. Welcome also to welcome to the Talkin Trash Channel 4 News at 9. I'm your anchor, Buck Naked. Good evening, Talkin Trash. Welcome to episode 140. Good evening, Talkin Trashers. My name is Jim, and I'm a very grateful alcoholic. Hey, guys, sit down, buckle up, because we have an awesome episode on tap for you tonight. We have a special guest. Good evening. Welcome to the 245 News at 9.
He's such a pro.
Jock Strap. Today's top story. A tour bus going to Graceland today had an accident. The word is no one was injured, but the passengers were all shook up. Thank you very much for being here on Thursday. Good evening, Talkin Trashers. Welcome to episode 130.
130.
Good evening. Welcome to the 6 o'clock news at 9. I'm your anchor, Alcoholic. Today's top story, tragedy at a ceiling fan convention in Walla Walla, Washington, where the entertainment Dr. Luigi's trampolining sheep miscalculated the height of the ceiling. Sources report everything was fine until the sheep hit the fan. Good evening, Talkin Trashers.
Sheep hit
Good
the
evening.
fan.
Welcome to the 6 o'clock news at 9. I'm your anchor, Rusty Bedsprings. Today's top story, a recent study indicated that you shouldn't trust someone who can spell gonorrhea on the first try. Good evening, Talkin Trashers. Welcome to episode
Solid
126.
This is
Now to a man who put the FU
for ethics and person.
In
We
what?
run this podcast as an
Hold on.
service to
I want to know. In fun? That's what
Yeah, the FU in fun.
Very
Okay.
good.
those whose lives have been affected by addiction.
I'm your anchor. Can you dig it? I'm your anchor, just in case. Good evening, Talkin Trashers. Good evening. Welcome to the 8 o'clock news. I'm your anchor, Glenn Close, but no cigar. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
What a beauty.
What a fucking beauty.
Hey, good evening, Talkin Trashers. Welcome.
How many shirts does this dude own?
Yeah, right?
Trashers. Welcome to episode
Unbelievable.
87.
That came across my my purview today. And
I don't think I had the same shirt on twice.
No,
You did.
didn't.
You did. You did. You had this. You had this one on twice.
Okay, sorry, must have been the laundry.
I was counting. I was counting.
Oh, really?
What a beauty.
You,
What an
you know what,
absolute beauty.
Jimmy? So me, I'm the newer guy around the block here, and I gotta say, when you do that shit, man, I want, because when somebody's doing something, us as alcoholics and addicts, we don't know how good we're actually doing sometimes. Just letting you know, you crush that shit right out of the
Thank
park,
you.
baby, right out of the park.
I'll be sitting in my office and I'll be got my earphones on, I'll be listening to shit, searching the web, and somebody will walk by and I'll be talking to myself, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." And I'm like, "I'm your anchor, Rusty Bedsprings." And they're like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" I'm like, "Nothing." Oh, one.
So it's
One.
so funny. Oh, I have a gong for that. We're gonna do this.
One for
Nah, gong's too much. More of a chime I need for Brad's cursing. Wow, that gong really fucking. All right, Bethany. News from Wisconsin is Canada fires are smoking us out down here. What are you guys doing?
Sorry.
Why is it? Did they do something to upset you?
we got fires everywhere.
Furs, like Toronto's like orange, the sky.
God, you
She had
guys-
a great episode. I watched it at work today when I should have been working. And talking about how the DOC in Wisconsin is really causing issues for people that are coming out of incarceration, and just how you're doing awesome, BB. Love you.
Yeah, we're so
Absolutely.
proud of you. Well, anything we can do, 100%. They're the best. Jimmy, you saw their show this morning? Is it Wednesday morning?
Yes, watch it live. And Jennifer
what was
was chiming in too. It was good.
Yeah, that's my girl. Of course she was. She's Bethany said thank you, Jamie. Yeah, they're cool. You know what I mean? Like we're not.
Oh, yeah.
If you know they're us a year ago. You know, whatever. You gotta help those people because people helped us. and they'll figure out their own Waffle House nonsense and silly vanillas and Larry. Right, the Huddle House. Oh my god, I got one of those right here in town. I got a Waffle House and a Huddle House, and they're all not my thing. So Will,
but do you have a Waddle House?
No, I don't have a Waddle House. I don't have that. Nope, I do not.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Who's let's take a look at our upcoming guests over here. Whoever would like to. Jimmy Crack.
Sunday, July 19th. Oh, sorry.
Go, Bradley. You go, brother.
Yeah.
You go, brother.
So on Sunday, July 19th, we have Chad Hogan, brother. That's who's coming in with all the little alchemaniacs.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
And then Wednesday, July 22nd, we have Larry Foster, the king, king Larry Foster. July 26th, we have Dustin B. August 2nd, we have Tommy Wilkes. Am I saying it right?
Yep.
August 9th, we have Blair Stepp. And then August 23rd, we have our one and only Liz coming back, who's always, for me, that's she's a breath of fresh air, and she's an encyclopedia book for Brad to learn some shit. So, I'm thankful to have her.
Cool. Yep. She's awesome. So here we are. We don't do this much. We usually have a guest these days because we're big and powerful. Yeah, I mean everything's cool around this podcast. Anybody have any suggestions or criticisms or ideas?
I got a couple of things.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay. Where did the name come from?
Talking Trash?
Yeah.
Oh, Victoria, my mom came up with it. And I wouldn't have named it Talking Trash, but it just kind of happened. I don't know why it happened.
Probably because they're talking shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't Talking with Timmy originally. Like
it was just if I knew it was going to be this, I would have named it like Addiction Corner. Like all fuck that. But I made it something stupid. And
Talking Trash is way better.
It's
sure.
Right?
It's lightning in a bottle. Yeah, my mom. I was just like, what do we call it? I can't use Timmy. Everybody hates me. Let's just
come on. Timmy Trash.
It was actually Trash Talking. I was like, Vic, I'm gonna change this whole thing up. Talking Trash. That's that grab you. He was like, yay. And we went with it. And as soon as I made an intro, that was it. That thing was stuck. And we were going to call
the next name's going to be Recycled Trash.
I know. Well, that's the whole idea. I wasn't there yet, but we were going to call it Sober Dose podcast. But that's
doesn't
years
roll off
ago.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
I know it doesn't. Go ahead, G. What else we got cooking over
there? What was the mission of the podcast? Like when your first concept? See, we're going to do a little Timmy interview. I got questions for you guys too.
Yeah, I would ask you, do round robin. The mission of it was
to take up space on the internet.
For a minute, it was to just paint a picture and maybe somebody will see it somewhere. And it became a mission around the 50 episode mark or 48. We had that lady our emails about her son, and it was like, holy shit. Pump the brakes. You now have responsibility to people. And I was almost upset about that. I was like, wait, this was supposed to be fun. I don't want to be held accountable. But you know what? Things are out of my control. I've stopped trying to steer this thing, and things have gone great. And
I remember another thing you said, Tim, and this would have been probably, 10 episodes ago or whatever. And I remember this kind of question kind of come up. And I like what you said, because you did it too. You did say that you did. Did you just fart, Jimmy?
No,
I know.
I make noises when I move.
He makes noises.
But
he's like an old house.
I think I remember you saying that you kind of did it for your own accountability too, right? So if someone seen you screwing up, they would actually see you live. You know what I mean? Like something's not wrong with, So it's pretty cool how we do things like that in recovery, right? Because who knows, and we don't know. Never do know, but who knows where you'd be if we didn't have Talking Trash? Who knows where all of us would be?
And you're right. You're cutting in and out a little bit, but what he's saying is right. It doesn't matter what it's called. It doesn't matter what the missions were. Like the initial. What matters is what happened now. And I asking me questions. I mean, more I'd rather ask you because this thing is only successful because of you guys, and like you guys are doing such a good job. It's like, and to put a mashup of Jimmy together, right? Jimmy front to back a highlight video that those 2 minutes took like 14 hours one day. I'm not, yeah, I know, but like my point is, he's earned that kind of respect. Like he's earned that kind of repertoire that Jimmy can show up and be Jimmy every day, just like Brad and Will and Tim be Will every day. And I'm not perfect every day. None of us are. But like the fact that we show up every day, every time we can, as much as we can, it says a lot. And Jimmy, you know, that mashup I was doing, I was like, what a privilege it is to work with somebody who's just a decent human being. And as I did the mashup, I'm watching you change from episode 40 to 80 to 140, and I'm seeing this growth, but it's growth by like tearing in flesh, like fighting it or whatever. Like you've gone through it. You've battled for your 4 years of sobriety here.
Well, and you know, my outlook towards recovery has changed immensely. I would say in the last couple of months, and it's because of the podcast and because of the guests and the comments that guests or viewers send in, and just the feedback I get. I guess, okay, here's a kind of a group question. I'll let Will, what do you hope people take away from listening to the podcast? What do you want them to take away, Will? What do you hope? What do you hope? Not want, but hope.
People are going to do what people are going to do, but at least they'll know what to do to get in the situation to help themselves, you know? Like, I hope people don't do what we did, but I mean, you know the answer to that. So at least they'll have a better understanding on how to grasp things and maybe get themselves out of what they're in, or, you know.
How did y'all meet? Good question, Mark. How do we meet? I started the show with by myself, and then Mike Oxley stepped in and kind of, you know, said, let's do a podcast. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. And Mike found Jimmy, and Mike said something about, we got people from Canada.
I was stalking you guys.
Jimmy saw something that looked like his form of recovery, so he went for it. And I was, and you know, just like anybody else who's coming on with the show, I was like, sign him up. I mean, that's what this is about, right? Nobody wants to listen to me twice a week. So like Jimmy came in, he did a couple of shows, and you know, Jimmy, and then obviously Jimmy, you know, is my connection to Brad, and this show is mostly in Saskatchewan. The amount of people that we touch are in the western part of Canada, and some in Georgia. Some in Jersey, but we're all over the place touching each other from distances. And yeah, you know, me and Will met 3 years ago when I came down to Georgia. Or Will and you know, I'm for you, it's me, Will. So we went to the same rehab. We both went to rehab sober. It was just a weird thing. We were just weird. Yep, so weird. But you know, but like Will is the dude. Like when you're in rehab with somebody, and like we weren't like stuck together like fucking Siamese twins, but we were in the same apartment complex enough to where we were involved in each other's lives and talking to each other. And you know, Will was one of those dudes where I'm just like, I'm not fucking letting him go, no matter how much he tries. And like that shit happens. And you know, you find, you know, your biological family hates you. You find your new family with the new person you are. And you know, me and Willie just hit it off. Let's see, Mark. Yep, Anthony. Rock Bottom Revival, right? That's a show.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Rock Bottom. Yep. So there's cool. Julie Herbert. Hi, Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
coming to renovate your house shortly. Send me your address. I'll transfer you.
All right. I get worried about Brad. Like he can't handle himself as an adult. He's fine. Bradley. So let's see here. I'll throw whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm gonna stop talking. Jimmy, take over. Your show.
Okay. What do you guys see as the biggest misconception about addiction?
That it's a choice.
I like that.
See, I'm that, and then when you say it like that, it makes me think like, yeah, no, that is a misconception but we do choose to pick the drug up. If this was
okay, so it is a disease, right? But it comes to a point where if you become educated enough and you're still going back out thinking, hey, I can handle this, then it becomes a choice. But I did not choose to become an alcoholic. It's just I have the gene or whatever the hell it is. But And the other biggest thing is, you could just quit at any time. Why don't you just stop? Oh, really? Why don't you stop having cancer or diabetes?
Yeah,
really?
Exactly right.
It is a disease. Yeah, it is treatable. There's no. They say, well, there's no cure. Liz was kind of touched about that. I'm like, well, I don't want a cure.
I know. I know.
I got a great life because I now know I have a disease. I got a way better life. And and when I first came, it was episode 69 when I first came on, and I was really not really struggling with my recovery. But it was like, you got to go to the meetings, you got to do this, you got to do that, do all this stuff. And I was spreading myself way too thin. And then I watched the show and we had the clean time back then. And he came on as a guest and I just kind of like made the occasional appearance. And then part of it, and like from there, it was like, wow, this is totally different. It was before I have to read 164 pages until I know it and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid, no offense to that. But you know what? I have a much better handle on my recovery now. Hey, Bradley, you're back.
Yeah, Brad's back. Star loves his
Brad.
smiles.
Will you go for a smoke?
He's muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
You're muted.
Really? Are you sure?
Oh, really, Brad?
Oh, wait, shit. I was on mute.
No, you're not.
No shit, Sherlock.
I'm driving around the parking lot so I can get service.
Oh my God!
What's her name?
RCs are going to show up pretty quick.
What's her name? Will.
Hey,
What's
well,
her
guess
name?
what? Guess what, everybody? I'm sober and recover out loud.
And here, cue the RCMP.
Welcome.
Are you holding a load right now too?
That's not nice to ask.
Or you just got...
No, he is.
No, I'm bobtailing to drop the trailer off for us. I'm literally driving around in circles in the co-op car block.
I have a feeling you're gonna get in trouble, or oh my God! So did you guys see the World Cup game in Atlanta today? Anybody?
No.
Did you? Nobody watched any of that shit. All right, so I did.
Argentina.
Argentina, yeah, and that was something else, boy. I mean, as much as I hate soccer, I do love this event. Why do they not like they're playing the final game in New Jersey? They're playing the last game in New Jersey. It's a giant stadium where the New York Giants and Jets play. But like, I don't like. It's just I look at the schedule. I'm like, holy shit! All these crazy venues, and they do the final game in North Jersey where it smells like ass and cheese. I just didn't understand why they would.
Num.
And they don't say the names of the stadiums. FIFA is a weird thing, but Argentina and England down in here in Atlanta today, they won. Spain is going to be the team. It's going to be Spain, Argentina for the finals. But today it was England, Argentina down here at our neck of the woods, and it was insanity. Argentina scored 2 goals in 6 minutes in the 88th minute. And Leo Messi does his thing. They'll play Spain on Sunday. They love their soccers down there in Argentina or wherever that is. Going nuts.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. That's an opera, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
that is
Madonna.
opera, yeah.
No, it's not. It's Evita.
I know.
And Madonna played.
my
Yes,
God.
Thank you, Will, for having a little bit of culture in the show. Great, good stuff.
So that's your World Cup update. Leo Messi. This guy is like everything he touches goes in the back of the net. It's unbelievable. So, that's life.
So messy to me.
Well, Bradley, you missed. What do you think is the biggest myth about addiction, Brad? Everybody else answered. So your turn.
What's the biggest myth about addiction? So is that
or misconception, myth, or whatever?
Yeah.
So that to me is like a two-sided question. Once I realize I have an addiction, or when I don't realize I have an addiction, what part of that? You know what I mean?
Yep. Once you realize you have an addiction.
So, so for me, when I first found out, hold on, just parking here. Just give me 1 second. I'll get set up here. Sorry, viewers. So for me, the biggest misconception for me was, I always thought, especially early in my recovery, I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know if I could beat it. I thought there was times I never actually wanted to kill myself per se, but I didn't care if I lived anymore. And I used to say, oh, my wife will get insurance if I die. No one really missed me. Like, so addiction took my thinking over. So one of the misconceptions for me is I didn't think I could beat it, and I didn't think I was worth it.
Yeah.
once I started getting into recovery, I knew I was fucking well worth it. And I knew everything around me would be worth saving as well. And when I say saving, everything got better around me when I started fixing myself. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to work on myself. So the biggest misconception for me is I didn't think I was worth it, but I'm definitely worth it. I don't know if I
100%.
answered that, but that's how I feel.
100%. And but that perspective is only gained by sobriety. So like the vision for the show, the whole whatever. What matters really is where we're at today and how we got here. And it doesn't really even matter how we got here. It's just that we're here. And you've been such a we're all going through shit together as a team, and like we're building this community thing that's kind of working for people when there's a problem. When there's no problem, everything's fine. We just dick around. But what else you got there, Jim James?
Oh, right. How about okay? Let's talk about a recovery win. So everybody can share one thing that you gained, one thing that you never thought you'd ever happen, and the proudest moment in recovery. There you go.
All right, you guys go. I'm gonna get a mouse that works, and I'll be standing by.
Bradley, go.
So man, where do I start? Honestly,
just one.
Well,
at the beginning,
just one. Well, I got
whatever.
Well, for me, honestly,
yeah.
The first thing that comes to my head is my family. Because at the end of the day, when I was going into recovery, I was living by myself. My wife left me. My kids, pretty sure they didn't want anything to do with me. I lost my job. You know what I mean? I was literally rock bottom at that time. And, here I am 3.5 years later with a beautiful best friend, wife that I could never talk. I love you, Sherry. And
get a room.
I wish I could. I'm in a fucking bunk of a Peterbilt, for Christ's sake.
I mean, that's
you got room in there.
Anyway, and my kids, you know what I mean? Like, so now we have a relationship where we enjoy each other, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for recovery. So, yeah, you said one answer, family, without a shadow of a doubt. First thing that comes to my head.
100%. Brad, how did you get to the point where I don't even? We'll talk. Maybe.
No, ask. Go ask.
I mean, how did you get to that point? I mean, I know it's a broad question, but like I couldn't imagine you not with Sherry in the basement with a Cape Breton thing behind you. I can't imagine you as this living without his family and not having a job.
It's a very, very simple answer looking back on it now. I was blinded by drugs and alcohol, and I always thought in my head that I could fix it or work my way out of it and manipulate. So, cocaine and booze, man, for me. Like, so I always had a fucking excuse how I would get her back, what I would do to get her back, what I would lie to say to get her back. And I always just thought it would go away, like meaning like the problem. You know what I mean? And then she finally had enough and said, not today, Karen. You know what I mean? And yeah, thank God. And it's funny because at the time I was like actually upset, why is she doing this to me? I remember thinking that, you know what I mean? And honestly, her leaving me, my kids saying they didn't want anything to do with me, like, or they never actually really come out and said that, but it was very easy to see, right?
They're good kids.
Them guys doing, man. So I'm gonna say I'm biased, but I'm lucky as fuck for you guys. Like, it brings tears to my eyes. I'm thankful every day to have what I have. I have the most beautiful family in the world that have stood beside me through all this shit, and they still love me. And so, I know I'm rambling on about it, but the biggest thing that I'd say that I've gained from my recovery is those four: my 3 beautiful children, my absolutely beautiful wife, and my dog.
That is the message that you have, Brad. That's the message you have to share. There's guys that are just like you 3 years ago, lost, finally rock bottom. They're listening to you right now at some point. May not be now, maybe on a podcast later on, but they hear your pain, they hear your success, and that's what they want. They don't want to go through the pain, but they do want what you have. And what better way to do it than show them what you're doing.
But by going through that pain, again, you guys can tell me to shut up anytime. It might not work, but you can.
No, you're good.
So
I can make it.
So it's funny now looking at this, me going through those bumps and those pains and those bruises and all that shit. I'm thankful I'm thankful as hell for all the stuff that I did go through, because now I can look back and be like, I want to be a better person. I want to spend time with them. There was a time I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And it was all about Brad. And now I'm thankful that I got beat up, and I beat myself up. There was no one to blame for when I say that, right? So absolutely I did. And so I'm glad that I went through that. I'm glad I fell off that cliff, because I rolled up the other side of the valley, and I'm turning out okay. So I'm happy for that.
Cool. I can't keep up with the comments. So much good stuff here, and I'm too dumb to handle that. But like,
I'm smoking.
That's okay. You're an adult. You're allowed. Yeah, Mark's got a lot of good stuff to share. But Zeb said his parents got their son back. Friday's 3 years free from gambling. That's awesome. Like that's something that we don't.
Good job,
we're
Zeb.
we're gonna talk more about. Gambling is a very tricky thing, because the problem is you do win at gambling once in a while, and that's the problem. That's what we chase.
It's like, ooh,
same thing. Yeah, we wouldn't dump our money into an app if it didn't at some point make us, feel good at some point. But like, I tell that story, that lady that bought the scratcher in front of me and hit for $200,000, and it was my scratch off. I got that every day in a period of my life where I bought scratch offs every day, and she was getting my lucky 7 scratch off, my pink little $5 scratch off. And I remember she bought it. I'm just thinking, what if that's a fucking winning ticket? Didn't even think as I'm buying my shit, she's finding out she just won $200,000 right here. So like, if I don't, that's the kind of shit keeps coming back. Well, I was talking to her, and she was like, well, that cleans up. I'm pretty much breaking even. I'm like, you're breaking even. What? You need to win $200,000 to break even? Like, it was something like that. You're always trying to recoup your losses. You're never actually winning if you're a gambler.
And that's actually something I brought up the other day on one of the episodes. So I see the stat the other day.
Really?
Someone told me a stat or whatever it was. The top 3 addictions right now, and I don't
know,
are fentanyl, opiates, and
gambling.
No,
gambling.
He said last episode. Yeah, you're just breaking up. It's no big deal.
Welcome.
Hey, Brad.
You've got
now?
mail.
Now? Are you?
Hey, buddy, freeze.
You're fucking lot lizard. All right. So there's that.
Yeah, see you later. And that last comment, Zeb, he is one of my volunteers that go into the youth correctional center.
I know.
And he just goes in there with such energy, and it's probably one of the toughest meetings service works that I got to participate in, because these kids are doing adult shit. So they're like 17 years old, and some of these guys are like fathers. Like, they're 17 years old, they got 2 kids. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, they don't want to hear about AA and all this shit. So I just like, hey, I'll tell you what. The lights on the van are going to beat you to the fucking correctional center, and then from there you're going to go to jail. Like, it's going to be one thing. Otherwise, like, make a choice. You have an opportunity. Take the chance. Like, do your time here. Take your bumps and your lumps and move on. But you have to want it. Most of these kids are just 1 or 2 that actually understand that they have a problem, right? And admit, I'm fucked up, right? And Zeb just takes that on, like, takes the bull by the horn. So congratulations. Thank you, Zeb.
And thank you, Zeb, for doing that. We're going to put some stuff together where we acknowledge our people a little more, because we can. A fun way to do that is like graphics, like Waffle House. Larry's in front of it. So Larry's when? What day
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Very fun.
I'm going to be in jail again.
We need him. Will, tell us a story. Tell us about how your life turned flip upside down. You went to LA. Something about Bel Air. I don't remember. Well, remember when you had a hot tub? Remember how much fun that was?
Ow!
I still have it, and I tried to inflate it, but let's just say there's maybe some holes in it. Anyhow,
yeah,
I really was just working because I could really. I mean, I could really use it right now.
That's like a hot tub.
All right, what does everybody feel? How does everybody feel about California sober? I hear that a lot. I hear a lot of people using marijuana, or rather cannabis, I guess is the term for it, in line with the recovery program. And they report great stuff, and we'd be remiss to not at least acknowledge it, that it's out there and it's an option. With it becoming more legal and available. What do you guys think?
Is it gonna stop you from dying? Go for it. I fully support it.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of guys. What are you talking about? It's
More
contradiction.
benefits
Blah,
to
blah,
it
blah.
than not.
Yeah. I mean, we give people methadone. I mean, you can't give, you know what I mean? Like, you just, at some point, everything needs to be looked at. And,
you have to look at what everybody's recovery looks different, and whatever path you got to take. I agree with it. I know some of the old timers will tell me, blah 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 blah. And it's like, you just got to do this, go to meetings, and do all this shit. If it's not working, and I'm not happy, and I'm just become that dry drunk, fuck it. I'm gonna find something that works for me. And for me, I find this, as Brad said, this is my 2 meetings for the week.
Yeah.
And like you guys last night, I checked my phone, 107 messages between Brad, Will, and Tim. And but you were participating. It was like
it was him. It was he was the reason.
I look at my
you
phone.
listen to this motherfucker.
Like,
he comes on here.
I'm like, what the fuck?
He's the problem, and he starts fucking chapping off. Unbelievable. 2:00 in the morning, I get 15 messages. Will, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, you know what's scary? You know what's scary? That's him sober. That's how I know he's sober. He's fucking crazy. We're nuts. Like,
are you talking last night, Jimmy?
Yeah. And for you people that are watching it, those early people in recovery, this is what recovery is about. We're doing fun shit until 2 a.m, but we're
those
not
legs,
out there using
those leggers are what recovery's about, boys.
Yeah.
Legs.
Saw legs like that at the pool table.
Okay.
Wow.
But you know what? Jimmy just nailed it on the head. So here's 4 buddies, you know what I mean? I've never met Jimmy or Timmy or Willie. You know what I mean? Jimmy and I, little Willie. So, but recovery has brought us to be pretty much brothers and best friends because we do this show twice a week. We talk every goddamn day. You know, we deal with fucking Willie's sexy legs at 1:30 in the morning, right?
Yep.
But we're doing it because it's fun. And that Jimmy nailed it. Recovery's fun. Like, we get to enjoy these moments and have fun with each other, man. Like, it's fucking priceless. Check.
Participating in life, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. How long we hid from life. You think of going to treatment, you did, and you're in treatment and you're trying to convince yourself that you're not as bad as these people, or like you're in some kind of setting where a character assassinating somebody else makes you feel better, and you're just that way because you're in treatment. I remember a few times myself going into treatment, sitting in that first group, looking around, going, having everybody's fucking number. I'm 5 seconds sober, but I got everybody figured out in the group. You know what I mean? It's that arrogant, that prideful thinking that landed me right back in that same place if I was lucky. What do you guys think?
I think when I was in recovery my first week, Timmy, I was actually when someone had a bad day or something like that, I almost got joy from it because I was like, oh wow, look, they're fucking up, so that means I'm doing better than them. So that was how my egotistic, stupid ass brain thought.
Sometimes it was just fun to watch.
In that too. I agreed.
Just sit there and just wow.
But you know what though, Will? Now in my recovery at 3.5 years, when I see someone, and I don't mean failing, maybe struggling or whatever it may be, I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like, what can I do to help, or kick somebody in the ass sometimes, like whatever. But early in my recovery, it was like, look at him, he's fucking up. Like,
it's so big of you to admit that. You know what? 90% of people won't admit that. They won't even recall it. I had to dig it out of you, and you're just honest, and that's how we roll. But that's how. But like some people, now listen, this is a whole other side of that. Some people go into the rooms and they take comfort in hearing that person's story, and now they're comparing. They're not identifying yet, but the comparison actually keeps them coming back, because it makes it feel like, shit, that dude's way more fucked up than I am. And even though it's a negative thing at first, with perspective, which comes with sobriety, it can be a positive thing, I think.
Because it makes you feel like you're not alone. Because I think when I first went into recovery, I was the biggest asshole, the biggest fuck up, the biggest that made the most mistakes. So you're right. I never thought of it that way, Tim, but that makes complete sense. So And again, you just dug it out of me because I never thought of that. So early in my recovery, hearing other stories that might have been worse than mine definitely made me feel better about myself and did get me coming back. So you're right. Maybe my perspective was different then, but it definitely had my foot in the right direction to keep me intrigued to keep going. So that's a good point.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. And a lot of people like that. But they won't recall it with honesty because it's not a great trait to bring up. It's not when I first got clean, I judged everybody instantly, like I'm the god or whatever. Not something you really want to admit to, but on a podcast for addiction recovery, we look back and we see the things that we've done or how we reacted to things, and we realize like, oh shit, that's how I was, and now I'm not that. Through time and perspective. And so you get this stuff on your belt. You hear somebody struggle nowadays, like in early recovery. Will, you can attest to this. Sober livings are like it's like The View. Like, oh my god, it is worse than a talk show. And like everybody's out like,
Brad, you're whoopee.
And then I call her his name. So like it's just is what it is. We're not here to faking. I don't know what I was talking about. Something about The View, women.
Just how sober living was just kind of like a talk show.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. But like those are 8 guys who are 5 seconds into being sober, and they have all these emotions running all over the place, and it's fun to hear about some fucking crazy to take your mind off, or whatever takes your mind off of your shit. It used to be the drug, now it has to be something else. And I know a lot of people, it kept them coming back, but they're keen to admit that, Brad. And it's hey, listen, everybody's at a different spot. I'm for let's throw our shit on the barbecue and see what burns. You know what I mean?
So I was just gonna say that, Tim. So I'm actually gonna share something that I haven't shared with anybody yet. And I want to. So I'm not gonna say names, and I'm not gonna get into that too much. But I did say about 5 or 6, 7 episodes that I got some stuff going on, right? And so I have a family member that was diagnosed with cancer, and someone who's really close to me. And I guess what I'm saying is I'm thankful that I'm in recovery now when this is going on, because I have good friends that can help me through this. I can communicate with this person way better than I could have before. Terrible situation, but a lot of good positive stuff that's going to come out of it. I do know that for sure. I just wanted to share that with the viewers because I have talked about it a few times and I beat around the bush and I'm sick. I got to get it off my chest, I guess. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying out there to people that are listening, and this isn't a poor pity me thing, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm thankful that I have these 3 gentlemen right here, because once I did find out about this situation, I reached out to all 3 of these guys. We had a talk, and like they were there for me. Like there was calls, like, you know what I mean? Like we talked about it, we communicated, and there's other people in my recovery circle that are there to help me. So what I'm going to say is about this recovery train that we're on, you'll never get the people that are the truest form of friendship in this recovery circle. Because again, you guys, I thank you very much for all the support that you guys have given me and my family with this going on. But I would have never had that if I wasn't sober and clean and recovery. So recovery is a beautiful thing, right? So yeah, I'm thankful to have you guys more than you'll ever know. I can tell you that right now. And I mean that from the bottom of my goddamn heart.
Jimmy?
Brad, like, you took the words like totally. That's what we're talking about. It's when we're in active addiction, it's a disconnection from everybody and from yourself. But when you're in recovery and you're figuring things out, it's a connection with others and yourself. You become reconnected. And you figure out who the fuck why you're here. What is your purpose? Yeah. And I have just so much. I love my job. I love going to work. I can't wait to get on the podcast. And I wake up every morning and it's like, oh God, I get to take my dog for a walk. And I get to do all this stuff. And it's like, oh shit, it's bedtime. And I'm just so grateful for the time. Every single day is a gift. And this is the youngest I'm going to be right now, today, at this moment. Tomorrow, it's just boom, boom, boom. Just get that dash is getting shorter. And there's just one piece of advice for somebody, like if there's somebody out there with 1 day sober, my advice, just keep going. Give it a chance, because it's you're worth it. Yes. You are. Don't do it for somebody. Do it for yourself. It's not selfish. You are worth it.
from where I stand, Brad, I'm glad you have us too. I'm glad you're that because with us, we're one of four, all of us in some way, shape, or form. And when one's not working, the other three feel it. And when I say those people's problems now become your own, that sounds like a burden, but it's actually a blessing. It's being grateful for your burdens because it makes you grateful for your successes and shit like that. So you're here with us for a reason. This shit is happening to you for a reason. If this whole show was for Brad, I'd be okay with that. I know it's not, but like if that's all, whatever. So like we're always here for you. We'd never blow up anybody's spot. Anonymity, that's their thing. They can do whatever they want with their personal stuff and their last name, whatever. But to have your situation hit us like the way it did, it shows we have something here that's meaningful, and it's more than just jerseys and graphics and podcasts and shit. It's the four of us, and that shit. And vapes, I love vapes.
Yes.
That shit. So like you can only have like in life we're like this, right? We have tiers of people, like certain people. All right, my doctor, talk to them once a month. My psychiatrist, once every 3 months. My brother, never. Like you have these levels of like people who you allow in, who you allow close. And if you're an addict at 40-something years old and you're still alive, you really have to be accepting. And I don't know. We're grateful for this, but this is like lightning in a bottle. Like everything's kind of happening at once. Will, do you think we're in the Matrix? And be honest and break it down for me.
No.
Yeah. What is it? Did somebody forget to turn us off? Like, what's going on?
The Matrix was a documentary. You know that, right?
I do. But like, we're all here. We have these.
I thought Quest for Fire was. Oh my God.
My point was, I have three levels of three people here that are on a level of family. They're on a level of they get to know the big shit, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Like, and that's how we kind of operate. That's we've been, but going through the fire together makes you stronger together out the other side. And we're men and we're like, don't be gay. Fuck you. I have a gay guy on our podcast. We can be gay if we want to. And we're all gay about it. We're all like, it's fun. We have feelings and we're like, Will just got there quicker and has better taste. We're just
he does.
We're great. He really does. But for Bradley, like, boy, he is one of ours. And you know what I mean? Like everything stops if that guy needs us. End of story. So Bradley, look at the beautiful.
There he is. Now he's outside.
Going for a little walk. Yeah, you're still muted.
Hey, you're still muted.
Idiot. Jesus Christmas.
You dropped a quarter.
There you are. You're
Why?
back.
Ooh, nice legs.
You're back. Very pretty.
He's at the co-op.
Walking around the parking lot, wave my arms in here.
You're working, huh? You're working that a lot, huh?
Bethany says there's a reason or meaning behind your scoreboard numbers and time and score. They are. That's a very good question. Today is January 15th, so that's the 15 and the 7, and it's episode 223. So it's episode number 223.
Your clock's wrong.
No, not many people. The clock is.
I'm sorry, boys. I keep cutting in and out. I hope that's not screwing things up. But
you're fine. Nobody gives a shit. Your sister says these four guys are everything. So blessed. Yeah, we love you guys. I mean, if something happens and shit is gonna happen, anything that has longevity goes through shit and is together on the other side of it, right, boys? And I could fuck all about talking trash. Be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's talking Will, talking Jim, talking Brad, talking my mom and dad. Talking trash is just where we come on and are broadcasted. Like it really, it's about you guys for me. And I realized that a couple episodes ago. Just seeing, I don't know, I said something and I said seeing Jimmy and Brad light up when they know that they hit a home run, a podcast home run. It's fucking connected. This thing went dead cent, like 490 yards, feet, whatever. And it's, and I see it, and I see you light up like you just figured out something about yourself that you didn't know you had before. I don't know how to explain it. I stare at our video way too long in my life. That's my job. But like I see you as I analyze it. I can't help you. You're all doing a great job, and you're just everybody. Like I love our stupid shit that we do, our inside jokes. that does not make us. That makes us a thing. People want that kind of shit. We want you to be involved. So I love you guys.
But that's where I'm gonna say one more thing before I get cut off.
Say it.
Am I there? Am I there?
Yeah, you're
yeah,
there.
you go on.
Oh yeah.
Are you there?
I'm gonna say it quick before I lose my internet. But that's what I want the viewers to know, because we don't just do this because it's fun. It is fun, but we learn every day. Like you said, you nailed it right on the hit, Timmy. Like, you guys will say something to me where it's like, oh shit, I never thought of it that way before. Or a viewer will say something in a comment and talk about something where we get to learn so much about ourselves because of this podcast. So getting on this podcast is fun and easy. And yes, we have fun, but for the amount of growth in our recovery that we do because of this podcast is fucking exponential. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well said, Brad. Well said. And he hit it on the news, man. We are growing, and not because we're good at radio podcasting, but I'm pretty good at being an addict. So I have some good ideas how to not be one. And that's our real value. That's our real value here. And we make sure that stays our value. Our value is that we're shitty asshole drunks and drug addicts. That's the value we have. We're not radio. This isn't the 90s. This isn't shock jock radio. This is a whole new fucking thing. We don't know what this is, but we know that we need it, and we know that we found people that we trust enough to tell our crazy shit to. And it's fun. Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, it is also work, and it is a responsibility when the skies get dark and there's shit going on around us. Like it becomes a burden. But overall,
I don't think they get dark up there where he's at.
They don't. They go to about like twilight, and they stay. Oh my god, that's why everybody kills themselves. So there's no nighttime. There's no. Oh my god, how they do it. Mud season. Jesus Christ! All right, let's read our thingies, and then we'll get going here.
Mud bug. What?
Yeah, mud bug.
You got.
In closing here on Talkin' Trash Podcast, we read an NA traditional reading called Just for Today.
This is the moment I break through. That's fun. Okay.
Just up in here. It was like really long.
What?
Oh yeah, this one's.
It's a long one. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a long one. I changed the font. Everything I'm doing is
on purpose
for you, Will. I'm trying to fix it. So let's see how it goes.
Today. Relations with others. We made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Step 8.
Bye.
All human beings are fucking selfish assholes. The divine self-centeredness that lies at the very core of our addiction makes that struggles doubly difficult for people like us. Many of us have lived as if we believed we were the last people on earth, utterly blind to the effect of our behavior has had on those around us. The 8th step is the process our program has given us to the honestly. See, the program, that's like the Matrix. Anyhow, to honestly examine our past relationships. We take a look at the waiting we did in our 4th step to identify the effects our actions had on the people in our lives. When we recognize harm done to some of those people, we become willing to take responsibility for our actions by making amends to them. The variety of people that we encounter in our day and the quality of our relations with them determines, to a great extent, the quality of our very lives. Love, humor, excitement, carrying the things that make life worth living to derive much of their, meaning from the being shared with others.
Halfway there.
Understanding this, we want to discover the true nature of our relationships with other people and mend whatever breaks we may find in those relationships. We want to work the 8th step.
You did
Just for tonight. I want to fully enjoy the companionship.
Just for the next 2 hours.
I want to fully enjoy my companionship of my fellows. I will examine my relationship with the people in my life. Where I find I've harmed others, I will seek the willingness to make amends to them. Rise up, Trash Nation, and recover out loud.
Oh yeah, Willie!
All right, relations with us. I don't know, Will. You nailed it. Oh my God. Actually, that was one of your best readings. And that's how we gauge your value, is how good you can read, and you're doing great.
You're getting better.
So I'm a 2.
You're hooked on phonics, and it ain't working.
Yeah, you're carrying weight in a different area.
Right here. Oh, my chin.
Yep. So, all right. So 988 feels some kind of way. 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're an asshole gambler and stealing money from your kid's account, shit like that, do that.
Or the offering plate at church.
Or yeah, that.
Okay.
Trash podcast. Our website is all our shit. If you're getting at you, a lot of you are getting out of rehab soon. When they hand you your phone, delete your dealer's number and download a couple apps to help you get connected. It's a great way to start. This Sunday we have Chad Hogan joining us.
Coming off the top rope.
Very exciting.
Well, and Elizabeth will be in the room.
So he'll be here on Sunday. All right, everybody. Thank you. And listen, I mean, love you guys a lot, but we love each other more. And,
love you a long time.
We're here for you. Way to go, Brad, Jim, Will.